One clap to the master, guys. We are finally back again for the very first out of 2 reaction videos I will be dropping today, guys. So definitely tune into the first comment in the comment box below, guys, to get that vibrations when I drop that video later on today. But of course, welcome to all the Mystelics YouTube family. You're definitely tune into another reaction video. Big up all yourself one time, the Mystelics family across the world, man. You know we're still ready. Give this video a thumbs up right now, guys. I would appreciate that right there. Click the thumbs up button. That would help the videos go further and further right there. Of course, the algorithm of YouTube is a bit interesting, so you need to definitely click the thumbs up button. And of course, let me know your thoughts on what I talk about here today. Of course, the newcomers out there, big up all yourself as well. If you have not done so, definitely subscribe and turn on that post notifications so I can get the videos. So you pretty much can get notified when I drop my videos right there. Click subscribe, click the bell, and then click all, and you'll be pretty much notified when I drop my videos right there. Some persons have been saying, why do I always have to say these things? Because sometimes, guys, I notice that there's a number of persons, new people coming in, so I pretty much have to tell them what's up right there. Of course, this is where I give my reactions and things pertaining to that of the Caribbean people. Dominica, of course, is included, which of course brings us to why we are here today. Of course, it's all about elections. It seems like tomorrow is gonna be elections. All you make elections happen. Boy, okay, Papa. All right, then, all right, Papa. All right, then. Anyways, guys, they're actually gonna have something today that I had to bring up to you guys right there in Lago Rosso around 6 p.m. I think they're gonna be having some talks and stuff. The Electoral Reform Coalition has a public meeting, and of course they're gonna be having a candlelight vigil as well. Let's keep democracy alive, they're saying. Let our voices be heard, and it's important that the people let their voices be heard because they are the ones who are making the choice of how the country is run. I met somebody today who wanted to download. Big up the Mystelics family who have not downloaded the YouTube app yet. Some of you guys have been saying you have been some issues and whatnot. But yeah, guys, just click Mystelics, type in Mystelics Tube. You can space it out, and most likely it'll be the second one, the second app right there on your Google Play Store. Definitely get that vibrations in. And we were talking about what is taking place in Dominica, and there's even another guy who was passing by and he said, boy, things are in the country. So I talking to the guys, boy, things are rough in the country, but the people are the ones making it rough. Yes, I understand the sentiment that the leaders at the top are creating situations in the economy that are causing people to not being able to produce for themselves or not be able to be independent of the government. They are literally killing the growth sectors, thus making the people dependent on them. But during election time, it is the people who have the choice to take out these people there or allow themselves to constantly be bamboozled by the trickery, the bribery and treating of the very people at the top. They're distributing money all over the place. There's something else I want to talk about in a moment, guys. And this is it right there, brothers and sisters. Dominica receives assistance from Venezuela in rebuilding of disaster. Disaster where? What disaster happened now? Somebody from overseas that sent me that way. But talking about Mystelics, what going on there now? What going on there? Which disaster? 2017 disaster happened. We getting assistance. Okay. But this might be the real reason why you're seeing this thing right there. This might be the real reason why. SKERRIT left Venezuela around 3 p.m. A few days ago and just returned via private jet. I remember somebody telling me that. I didn't believe it, but then I saw different things. I was like, what's going on? And then I saw this thing right there. Dominica to receive assistance from Venezuela in rebuilding of the... I was going to say something on this, but you will understand where I'm going. So SKERRIT left Dominica to go Venezuela, and of course left Venezuela around 3 p.m. A few days ago and returned via private jet. He returned with 2 bags, which customs did not examine, and left the airport, I suppose, to Wesley where they are. Around that time they were going there. I think that's when he was almost ambushed in Marigot or something. And then he come and says, hey, don't touch me, people can't, hey, you know, that is you know, the understanding right there. So let's wait to hear about the cash in circulation. And persons have been saying might be seeing some US in circulation. We'll see how that goes, or maybe they're gonna convert it or whatever right there. You know, the government does do things sometimes. So this individual sent me this, checking, but look at there. What kind of foolishness is this, uncle telling me? Where did all the aid money go to then? Where did all the aid money go to then? After how many years Dominica's government still talking about rebuilding after Maria? Look, SVG volcano damaged so many homes and infrastructure, and we basically already rebuilt most of everything. Dominica got a lot of help after the disaster, guys. I mean, we all know they have to say something why they bring in some assistance. I will say something in this regard, what my thoughts are on this. So government stealing your money because this don't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. This must be a joke. I told him, no, that's real vibe that there. If Dominica re-elects SKERRIT, all 9 of your volcanoes must erupt like how ours erupted right after Ralph went back there. Now guys, my thoughts on this is my personal thoughts. I could be wrong in this. I'm just letting you guys know my thoughts on this, what makes sense to me. I think when Lennox them were talking about the missing billions of dollars, I think a lot of that money went to Venezuela. That's why I think it went. I think a lot of the CBI funds went to Venezuela, being in their banks or whatever, doing whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then in turn, when the government or Dominica needs it, when he needs to campaign or whatnot, he then goes to Venezuela to collect some of that monies so that he can come back and do things in Dominica. That's my thoughts on this. Do you think it's viable? Do you think it's possible? Because we had a lot of money based on the passport sales. And we're not talking about the inflated passport sales, you know. The amount of passports that was sold, if it was $5,000 and $100,000 per passport, there should be like about $5 billion or something of that sort right there. I don't do my math properly, but it could be of that sort. Okay? 5,000 people, 100,000, about 500 million or 5 billion, whichever it is. But you know there's a number of persons who bought passports in this regard. And we know that the money that came to Dominica is missing. To the point where Lennox then brought that information out, and then they finally admitted that there was monies outside there to do things for Dominica and well, blah, blah, blah. This is why I keep mentioning about MMCE. MMCE's only client is Dominica. Well, as far as we know, MMC clientele, you can check out their website or whatnot. Dominica. They're building big hotel big rise 28-story building as a result of these very CBI funds right there. So it's interesting when you look at all the monies that have gone missing and this kind of things there. Where has the money gone? It could have been sent to Venezuela, and then when the government needs funds or whatnot, he goes there and collect it. That's my own personal thought on it. What are your thoughts on this, guys? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think I'm right? What are your thoughts, guys? But it's very interesting what is going on right there. Venezuela and rebuilding Dominica. Another point I have to make right there, guys, is Venezuela going through struggles. Okay, let's say all what I said is not true. Let's say what I said is far-fetched and insane. Venezuela going into some kind of struggles right now, brothers and sisters. They're going through some kind of struggles. Their money is being devalued. I think $1 US is like $10 million or some kind of thing in their country, in their currency, some kind of thing like that. $1 US is about $10 million or $1 million or something like that in their currency. So I should tell you, next thing, Venezuela is then offering assistance to Dominica to rebuild. I mean, come on, what making sense there? That making sense to you? Venezuela under some kind of struggle. About 6 or 7 million people left Venezuela to find refuge and this kind of things there. I mean, that now Venezuela is then giving assistance to Dominica. Or do you find that making sense? But they're still scared go and get assistance, Papa. But these are what some individuals have been saying. He returned with 2 bags, which customs did not examine. 2 bags of what? Money for the cool out? Maybe push your hand in your pocket and pull that cool out. Interesting stuff right there. Talking about cool out, guys. This is all the Prime Minister.
The lady retired school teacher now she's looking for a job and so on. I mean, that is who they are. They're not interested in service.
Let's go back there and let's read the top of that thing right there, because I don't understand. SKERRIT talking about the lady looking for a job as if he's not in the same country that he running that has depleted jobs. So if she cannot find jobs, what else you want her to do? Not go and look for a job? And if she feels like the going up as a candidate will help her, wouldn't that be a job? It's for you alone. The job is for you alone, sir. You're doing the very job that she wants. And you're talking about gunfight. You afraid you lose your job or something? You coming to your supporters or your people that supporting because you're giving them monies. Maybe from there. You're giving them money from there and whatnot. Anyways, I really wonder, this is Fabi J right there. Fabi J is saying, I really wonder if SKERRIT does think of what he does say before he opens his mouth. You know. Shake my F head. Shake my fat head. I don't know. You know. After that lady, teacher Muta, served the Kalinago territory for donkey years of her life as a school teacher and is now a retired teacher, SKERRIT has the audacity, the unmitigated full gall to say is a job the lady looking for and she's not interested in service. She has done service her entire life. And saying that these people are not interested in service. And those Caribs clapping me. Those Kalinago people clapping. Yes, that is what I don't understand. When they're saying things, it's like people not thinking what they hear and the people say. Just like when I heard Reggie saying on stage to the Granby people. The Granby people clapping me. When Reggie say he don't care what happened to the $500,000, they clapping the same money that could be used to help them with. They clapping me. Hey. Look there again. She's trying to offer her sister and she's retired. You didn't retire now when you came into that job they serve. And now you decide to utilize all kind of principles for you to maintain the very power. That's something else. That is truly something else indeed. And here's SKERRIT boy.
The lady retired school teacher now she's looking for a job and so on. I mean, that is who they are.
So it's for you alone. She retired. She wants to be a candidate for a constituency because we know for a fact that the present power of the Salibe constituency has failed the people. Even Annette Stanford has done more than Kozia or whoever that going up there. She has done more. A lady seeing that nothing is happening for her constituency and she coming in and say, boy, let me see if I can do something. No elections, all the odds are against me, but let me see if I can do something for my people. Taking the stands, none of all you paid. Well, I don't think, based on what she was saying, none of all you paid the lady to do anything. She came up and she's asking for donations and all that kind of something there. Asking for donations. She doesn't want much money. She just wants to be able to travel and go to different houses and whatnot. I did a reaction of a voice note. You guys can check that out. Hopefully I put that in the description. If you want it, guys, let me know so I can post it to you guys as well, because I normally check the comments right there. So if you want that video of Miss Muta speaking, the reaction, let me know. I'll post it in your comments so that other people can actually see. The lady's finally understanding the things that I have been saying. She's finally understanding when she go to the ground and talking to people. She's finally saying the very things that I've been saying. She wants to make a difference because the people that SKERRIT them put there not doing nothing for the people. They want to give them rum. Rum and the party. Come true.
They're not interested in service.
Talking about that, Jonilia is back, guys. Jonilia. That is the Minister of Education, boy. It is better to be thought of as a fool. It is a very clear statement right there, though. It is better to be thought of as a fool than to open up your mouth and remove all doubt. Hey, this is Jonilia.
So we started the Calypso last night. It was, what your mother could not do, labor has done for you. Ready? What your mother could not do, labor has done for. What your father could not do, labor has done for. What?
And they I don't understand human beings, boy. I don't understand all you, boy.
Has done for.
What your mother and father could not do for you, labor has done for you. Who that removed the ability for your mother and your father to do for you? Who? The very people who control and can do things and put things in perspective so that the economic growth factors, the growth engines of Dominica can move forward. They have not done absolutely nothing. Yet they come in and make Calypso song for you to dance to. What your mother and father cannot do for you, labor has done for you. What they do for you? You giving them taxes to put you in buildings and making you feel that it's their building they're giving you. It is not their salary. I have to keep saying this. It is not their salary. If the people so care, hey, I remember there's a particular politician in one of the Latin countries. He gives about 90% of his salary back to the poor. He gives it. That is totally different. He says, well, I don't really need, I have my house and things already. And you know, the country takes care of me. They provide me different transportation. They do these things for me. And I get a salary as well. So instead of just taking all my salary for myself, what the country also does for me, he's giving 90% of his salary away back to the poor to help them. What your mother and father cannot do for you, Labour has done for you. What has Labour done for you? Have they provided jobs, or they have depleted jobs over the years? Have they increased your education? I look at Mia Motley in Barbados and the things that she's trying to do for the people when it comes down to education. She's shifting the narrative, although she has some interesting thoughts on climate, which I don't think makes any sense at all. But hey, we cannot always have it 100%. She keeps talking about climate, you know, thing as if you can do anything about it. And then at the same time, the very people who are in charge of this whole climate thing, they want to say, oh, we need to build electric cars, and then you build electric cars by doing more damage to the environment. Because the very batteries you need to run these electric cars need some sort of dangerous mining, and when these things come out, it has more CO2 in the air. Yet still they come in behind. I go in foreign. Let me come back. I go. Nah, man, some of all in it foreign. Next thing, they're going behind the farmers and telling them they cannot graze too much, or they cannot do this, they cannot use this and that to help build some organic thing. They're limiting them while they're doing all kind of dangerous things, trying to get battery for them to. Boy, I tell you, boy, humans in something else, and this is Dronilia.
So we started the Calypso last night. What your mother could not.
So, Dronilia, you had to watch the paper to say what your mother could not do, Labour has done for you, and what your father couldn't do, Labour has done for you. You have to watch the paper. You have to watch the paper, Dronilia.
What your mother could not do, Labour has done for you.
And if all you started that last night, why then do you have to watch a paper? That means you don't remember what happened last night. You then have to watch the paper.
What your mother could not do, Labour has done for you. Ready? What your mother could not do, Labour has done for. What your father.
It's like you go into the next verse and you have to watch the paper. You can't just more than father, we.
What your mother could not do, Labour has done for. What your father could not do, Labour has done for. What nobody else can do, Labour can do for. What nobody else will do, Labour will do for you. Labour will write the next line after tonight.
Boy, all you. I'll never forget the words of Harriet Tubman, man. I'll never forget it. I have freed hundreds of slaves and could have freed thousands more if only they knew that they were slaves. What my mother and father could not do for you. Ma'am, miss me with your calypso. Say Jean, please. It's not the end, guys. That more. Back to SKERRIT. Before we continue, let's read the top of this. SKERRIT say 3 people running up for Granby. And apart from Vince Henderson, one of them is a Taliban and the other is a fly. And Granby people clapping and laughing. At least I'm not the only one that noticed this kind of vibes that's taking place. They insulting your people, putting somebody from Senjo to represent. They putting somebody from Senjo to represent Granby people. Mark you, there's even somebody that has done well in Senjo, you know. The man was power rep for Senjo. He's done absolutely nothing in Senjo. The man was ambassador. The very others that were up there complaining and doing things that, especially after during Hurricane Maria and this kind of thing, or Erica, they say what Vince was doing was absolutely nothing. I think he came to one of the meetings once and that was it. My battery died there, guys. But not even as ambassador the man did anything. Yet still they move him from ambassadorial position, from being a para in Senju. Take a man from Senju to put in Granby to represent you, who has done absolutely nothing for Granby. Remember when they studied the park? What has happened? Was there inter schools in Granby? Was there anything that happened as a result of Vince coming in? Nothing has happened. Correct me if I'm wrong, you know, guys. I say, man, I want to be wrong. I just want to be wrong. So tell me I lie, and tell me how I lie. What has Vince done in Granby? Yet still you have a man coming on stage to diss the very Granby people who decide, hey, maybe I can come up and do something in my community. Maybe I can try and make a representation. SKERRIT is then dissing the people from Granby for him to put a man from Central in Granby to come and represent you. Who that select that representative? Or did that select that representative? No. But they're telling you to vote for him, not true.
Et puis, moi je regarde la télévision. Et puis moi je vois un monde ici au candidate à l'élection Guabe. Mais même moi je comme depuis qu'il a Guabe venu Afghanistan. Puis moi je vois un Taliban.
The man not coming and speak about policies, nothing. He just come there, the independent candidate, before the independent candidate came out, I guess before nomination day. His workers, he was trying to lambaste, and people tell him about workers not contesting. Why you keep still talking about workers? So independent candidate came in now. You know what? They shift from workers to try to diss the independent candidates. Those they didn't pay.
In your lot mon qui a couru élection Guabe, ça la même son bouche.
So one is a fly and one is a Taliban. Okay, Papa. But all you taking that? All you what they say? And Granby people clapping and laughing. Well, Granby, I think Granby people have a problem sometimes. I heard one of the guys saying something. Maybe I should put that. Let me see. Hold on, let me put that. Hopefully I have it. Let me see if I have it. And this is it right there, guys. Take a listen. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Let's see. I can make it bigger, obviously. Okay, are you rendered? Okay. So I think he came down to the Wednesday gossip Wednesday on a Tuesday or Tuesday on a Wednesday, some kind of thing like that. I think he came down to Portsmouth for that. And this is what he was saying right there.
It's a lovely place.
Portsmouth is a lovely place.
You know, you see different people, you see different women, you know, but Granby is shit. Granby don't nice, no nice girls, man.
Is that true, Granby people? Is that true?
All the time in Granby, wasting my time, no nice people.
So you come boss here and see nice people. But it's a hell of a thing when you're nice people with a mentality which is not nice. Well, I guess Granby and Portsmouth are the same mentality, I don't know. Some just looking better than the other. True or false? Let me know your thoughts in the comment box below, guys. A question I ask, mind me. Anyways, guys, let's get back to the vibrations, for which I must point this thing right there. SKERRIT them lying a lot. This is what a friend of mine stated to me. SKERRIT them lying a lot. She's from overseas. SKERRIT them lying a lot. Melissa self talking about jobs coming to Roseau Central. Why weren't those jobs there already? Good question. Which jobs that coming to Roseau? Jobs coming to Roseau. You have been there for a while. Which jobs come? None. And none to my knowledge. Let me know in the comment box below. Which jobs came to Roseau, guys? Which jobs? Which jobs came to Roseau? Jobs coming to Roseau, guys. Roseau Central. Maybe they're talking about what they put on the bayfront. The ghetto thing they make on the bayfront for tourists to them, for the people to them pay $20. And even paying $20. That's what one of the vendors told me, no. What did the vendors told me? That every ship that come in, they have to pay $20. And sometimes nobody buying from them, so they're in a deficit on that $20. You pay $20 when a ship come. This tourists come in, they probably go on bus or whatnot, they go somewhere. But the vendors themselves, that in those little square cubicles that there, Sometimes some of them never get not one sale for the day, but they have to pay $20. Which jobs? Melissa has been there for a while. What has Melissa done? Except for making carnival. She does make carnival costumes still, huh? I don't know. Not she they say that is the IT person. No, she graduated with a degree in IT. A degree, you is the minister. You mean to tell me you have a degree in IT and you cannot use your IT degree in Dominica? This is Melissa, guys.
There is still so much I have left to do for you.
Well, obviously, that is true. I mean, if you have not done anything yet, if you started on zero and 5 years later you're still on zero, there's still so much you have to do, Melissa. I mean, that makes sense. So you're right.
And I am on a mission.
Mission to do what?
To empower our youth.
Have you empowered the youth or the youth trying to leave Dominica? Which one? I even saw the messages from all you own thing. Different people talking. Some people are saying, me that same thing. No. Go on the you voice of Dominica kind of thing, or voice you for whatever that is. And when you see the big post, just scroll in the comments. You see the youth talking about as soon as they get their CXC results, they want to leave Dominica because there is nothing for Dominica. There's nothing for them. Yet still you want to empower the youth to what? To poverty?
To empower our youth.
To poverty.
In this constituency. With marketable skills for employment. Access to modern education.
We draw nearly as the Minister of Education. Some of you are more gods than. But this is where she come in with the sporting facilities. Fertilities.
And sporting fertilities. Access to modern education. And sporting fertilities.
Well, that means a lot of the youth are going to get pregnant because they're going to have sporting fertilities. Who can be fertile? What kind of sport is that, boy? Who can be fertile or who can be fertilized is garden. Who can be fertilized in this sporting arena? You have a set of women line up and then you fertilizing. You fertilizing a set of them is a sport, sporting fertilities. So you set of them line up in rows one, you just, I guess, inseminating them. See who get fertile first. Oh, see hey, look things in that place there. I think she probably meant facilities. But if you have not put any sporting facilities up yet, and you have been there for a while, I mean, I remember even under your steed, during this whole Rona situation, when they wanted to use this stadium to practice, they know the stadium was a hospital. Like the people could not play in the park. No in the park. They had to go in the they had to go in the botanical gardens to run on the grass and to try and make it. The athletes of Dominica, without proper tracking facilities, none of those things there. I remember PSS had a nice little long track thing. They had the actual tarmac and thing where man used to run on that. I used to do athletics when I was in high school. They used to have the tarmac and used to run on that and speed boy, fuel on that place. Sometimes Nabi them used to come and train people there as well. Nabi wanted me to join his seat. Hey, Nabi said he must come and join. I said, Nabi, for you to kill me up the mountain while you're running up the mountain. Anyways, so what sporting facilities have you, or fertilities, sorry, what sporting fertilities have you put in place since you've been there? It's all talk and all niceness to say. But when the actual facts of actual actions come into play, there's nothing. And that is very sad. Look at there, I posted this again. May contain political promises, the sewage truck. This is what Melissa is talking. You know where I go in?
And sporting for
all what she's saying there.
Access to modern education and sporting fertility.
Let me put that on top of that.
To empower our youth in this constituency.
All that is inside the truck, she's saying it. Sewage.
With marketable skills for employment. Access to modern education.
Anyways, what is happening to Dominica right now is a modern day example of why the chains of slavery lasted. Whoa. Same thing I was talking about with the same lady, you know, Harriet Tubman. What is happening in Dominica today is a modern day example of why the chains of slavery stayed as long as it did. There is always the opportunistic Negro looking to push himself forward instead of supporting the revolution. Back in the day, when the blacks used to try and say, hey, we have been enslaved for so long, it's time for us to revolutionize and get rid of these people for keeping us down. Then you will have people within that same group despise that the other part I was talking about, the other despising the group, going to tell the white man what they do, what they're planning to do, and kept the people in bondage, including himself. Oh, yeah. The black slave went to the white man to let the white man or his white masters know what is the black people are doing, the other black slaves are doing, so that he could keep them there and he himself continuously be a slave. Even though he might get the addition, he might get some potato salad, or he might get some potato salad, some macaroni and cheese, man. Oh, you did well, slave. He got nice potato salad and macaroni and cheese as a slave still. But he went to sell out the other slaves who tried to gain the same freedom that he would have had. That is the same thing that is happening in Dominica. Everybody is looking for themselves. Or when that person is talking and saying certain things about what is happening, they're going to tell, hey, don't give Mr. Cool. No, Mr. talking bad about you. Mr. saying all kind of things about you. Don't do this. And it's the same kind of precedence that is happening today. This is why it's very easy to understand why slavery happened for so long. Slavery happened for so long, so even your own people you have to fight against with the tyrannical leaders that are at the top, keeping you oppressed and trying to gain freedom and say, hey, look at things. This is what is happening in Dominica. Wake up now, please. Wake up. This is what is happening to us. Yes, Lord. These people are using the poor people of the Commonwealth of Dominica. Yes, it's true. I have been observing the Labour Party. This needs to stop. Give others a chance to lead. Talking about giving others a chance to lead. The man remove everybody except himself. Talking about the parents wanted to do things in the community, but he's the one who's the big bad wolf. He stated this himself. You guys can check out my previous reactions. He stated this himself. He's the big bad wolf. But now he removed all of them. And he kept himself there. Interesting. But like Professor Lumumba stated,
how good you are, if you stay for too long, you spoil it.
No matter how good you are. Well, we know SKERRIT not that good. I mean, come on, look at the economy. You can only tell somebody how well they're doing based off the economic standing. Are the growth sectors growing in Dominica? Yes or no? If it's not, he needs to go. Not on the basis of you getting something. You getting a little measly $1,000 and in a striving economy. Look at St. Kitts, Magwesa. Man in Dominica making $500-600, while in St. Kitts they're making $8,000-9,000 a month. And St. Kitts is smaller than Dominica. Imagine that. No matter how good you are, Professor Lumumba, talk to us, please.
No matter how good you are, if you stay for too long, you spoil it.
You spoil it.
A good dancer
must know when to
leave the stage.
And with that said right there, guys, don't forget to tune into the second one I'll be doing here today. Definitely that'll be the first comment in the comment box below, guys. Give this video if you understand. If you want to see more, definitely subscribe and turn on that post notifications so you can get more videos as they tend to come from us. See you guys in the next reaction video. And I went long on this one, but you guys understand my struggle, man. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next reaction video. Boom, bam.